My name is Kristen Wagner. I'm an exercise physiologist. I have a master's in physiology. I ran a wellness center for 5 years, which was part of a physical therapy clinic. So I saw a lot of doctors, a lot of doctors' patients, and a lot of clinicians, basically. I had pain directly across the top of the left hip. Anytime my left foot would hit the ground, I would get pain. And I could see that I would stand in such a twisted posture. My left hip would roll forward and my right hip would roll back, that I was starting to get issues up and down to the detriment of my family. I couldn't walk my dog in the afternoon. I couldn't contribute to family activities. And I couldn't, being an exercise physiologist and also a personal trainer, I wasn't working out anymore. And it was a year. I realized this. It's amazing what you get used to. It was a year that I had stopped lifting weights and really stopped any cardiovascular exercise other than stationary bike riding. And to go from, playing sports in college to assessing, activity for a living to, I didn't even realize I had whittled down to no activity. And so therefore it impacted contributions to my own family and my own living. A fracture of the pars of L5 that had dropped, I believe I'm remembering this fairly correctly, that had dropped into S1 to the point that it had wore away the disc, and that L5 and S1 had kind of created their own joint with some scar tissue and things like that.
And they call it a spondylolisthesis.
Yes.
Okay.
I had done some yoga and I had seen some doctors, surgeons and different things, and I wasn't finding the right mix of what was right for me. And they recommended was some physical therapy, but they felt that the strength in and around the hips and the core was strong enough that it was really a surgical procedure. It would have to be a fusion. It couldn't be an implant or of any sort. In getting here, the first thing that I was very impressed with, never had that amount of patience, time, and reprocessing in a first appointment before. The evaluation was great. We did some additional x-rays, and then what I appreciated, there was a plan. You have time for questions. You can call with questions, you can email with questions, you can, that is access that I didn't always have to use, but I appreciate it very much. I'm in a very manageable place. I don't have to change my career. I'm going to add on to my career, but I don't have to change it now. I can be on my feet. I just want to be able, moving forward, to run and pick up my kids one day, and I was nervous about that, and I look forward to that now. I don't have pain in my ankle anymore, in my shin. If I do, I kind of know how to address it and know where it's coming from. And my shoulders went from being, stuck by my earlobes to back down. So I don't consider myself restricted. I'm on my feet all the time. Definitely, out doing things I want to do, walking the dog, doing some volunteer work, making a living. It's close to a 180. And I still have to take care of it, but it's close to a 180.